Leo, hi there Leo, this is Kim here to give you messages for your next 3 days. For whatever reason, Spirit has guided you to this reading. There must be something in here that you need to know, need to think about, something. Alright, hope you guys are doing well. I'm having a good day today. Just kind of getting ready for it to snow, so I'm excited about that. We're going to pull from one of these decks that you don't necessarily know what it's about until we unpack the rest of the reading. But I thought that might add a little element of surprise to the reading. So I thought, whoa. Okay, well usually you don't know what it's talking about, okay? Usually, I feel like I'm eating my words. Usually it's like a no or a maybe or something, but in Leo's case, we have abundance flying out. Some there's choose a new direction. Some have to trust. I'm gonna, you know what? It's fine, Spirit. We are okay without the guesswork. We're okay. We'll take it. Abundance means abundance is coming to you in whatever form, lots of different forms. Yes. Nice. All right. Let's get another card. Ever have something completely work out but not in the way that you thought it was going to? Well, that's a good example. That might also be something that's going to happen, is that something just works out for you in a very, surprising way. Didn't really know it was going to work out like that, but it did. Wow. Oh my gosh. And master number 22 here. This is also probably one of my favorite cards, especially with abundance. This is from the deck, the White Light Oracle, which is a beautiful deck from Alana Fairchild. And the card is called Ein Sof Or, and it is master number 22. And you know, when I think of Leos, I always think of the King of Wands energy, and I get master builder. You know, somebody that built lots of action, somebody that builds something. So I have a general connection with that number in Leos in the first place. Let's see here. Ein Sof Or. So this is exciting. You'll see why. All right. A way through the struggle has already been created for you. You are being led onto that path. Your authentic soul path may include recognition, acclaim, notable success, and admiration. Be grateful, but do not be dazzled or distracted by such experiences. Seems like there's going to be some success that is literally going to humble you here. Let your success humble you. I think it will. Yeah, be grateful. Focus on what connects to your heart and what grounds you in the simplicity of spiritual truth, which is the practice of love, kindness, and peace. This will allow for successful progress in the material world without disturbing the sanctity of your soul. Ein Sof Or in the Kabbalah is the first and the truest light, emerging from the absolute. Ooh. Wow. Whatever is needed to manifest will pop up. Wow. Infinite potentiality. Everything will be provided. All you have to do, the key to unlocking this, is be receptive. It says this light focuses on solutions. While the ego might tell you a situation is too complicated or somebody else is to blame, and whatever the ego wants to tell you, it's usually the one, it's the one that fears death, so it fears everything basically. And anytime you want to do something, there might be something that pops up to get you to stop or to not do it for some sort of fear. And of course that's ego talking. So you are the eternal being. You're not connected to, I don't believe you're connected to the ego when you pass on. You just keep on going on being your eternal soul that you are. I like that color with that orange too. Is that an orange? It might be a mandarin. I'm not sure. Pardon me for clearing my throat. Pardon me. Alright, let's get something from the tarot here. I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep being you, no matter what. There you are, strength. And here you are with the Two of Wands, which is new paths, new possibilities. It just reminded me when I start talking about your authentic self and doing it even when there's a fear or there's other energies that might not like your authentic self, or your lightness might irritate their demons, whatever it is. Push through that. Push through that. Ooh, it's necessary. And in today's world where everything's on the internet, there's going to be a lot of people that critique and that feel like it's their... Some people just feel like it's their job, or some people might say things they would never actually say in real life because they have the cover of the screen, you know, but take it as a compliment. If anybody wants to say anything strange or out there about you, just, they noticed your light. They noticed your light enough to want to react. That's to do with them, not you. So push through, because when I see a card that says that you're about to have like a rise in your visibility and success, then I'm automatically knowing that there's going to be an opposite end of that pole, that you're going to have to deal with those types of people that might be jealous or envious. And yeah, just keep on. You have a tower. You have that. Wow. Whoa. That's a big reading right there. The Tower and the Death card. Two cards that are linked to Scorpio. Scorpionic energy. Oh my goodness. Transformation. Change. Big. Big. What in the world? Is this you? Like inside, is this you? Because what's going on with you right now is, if you have been drawn to this reading, then you're going through a lot of changes right now. And I have too. I've been going through a lot of changes when it comes to these different kinds of energies around. They've been really intense, and I've like thrown off my sleep patterns for a while now. That's happened, and just strange ascension symptoms. They're clearly ascension symptoms. They seem to even be in alignment with the solar flares and things like that. I think they're actually changing things in our body, within our DNA. I think we're getting better, but it's like we're sometimes I feel like we're the car that has to be completely taken apart and then put all the way back together, the way that your body goes through so much stuff when you're clearing energy channels, when you're downloading more information. And this to me has to do with something that's going on within you. These are the most these are really like the most powerful, or at least when it comes to transformation, these are the most powerful energies in the tarot deck. period for transformation and change. Nothing will ever be the same after these. And no, I don't think it took just 3 days for that to occur. But there can be some intense energies coming in. I did see, was it a day ago, that the geomagnetic storms were going to be pretty big, and now should be the right time that actually they're coming around. From the last update, I keep up with that stuff like on the daily, or at least every 2 days at least, and that would be the right time for that energy to come in. And we have some strange stuff happening with interstellar objects, and so ultimately it's different frequencies coming in, changing things. You may be deciding, I want to close chapters, and I want to close major chapters in my life. I'm so ready for the new. If you're like me, sometimes you get to a point where it's like, bring on the tower. Where's the tower? I got to there's one time I got to a point where I was like, you know what, I've been fearing the worst of the worst for so long that never happened, that I was finally like, you know what, let it happen. I want it to happen. Let's see what happens if it happens. Like, I got to the point where I was so fed up with the fear, you know, of having a fear, that I just decided to accept whatever wants to come in. Never did. And it usually is like that the whatever you fear is going to be the worst is not usually what's going to happen. But this is screaming a person who has had reached a point of total acceptance for it all. Bring it all. And let whatever has to come down, come down. Let's get another one of these. After I'm just shuffling really to do something with my hands. Let's see. Let's pull from Influence of the Angels. By the way, if you need more information, like on how this is affecting you personally, you can reach out for a personal reading. The information's in the description box below. The way I do them is that they're recorded readings, and I keep my prices really affordable for people. They start at $20 and go up from there. So I'd be happy to help. Let's see more about this transformation for Leo. Justice. Dang. And the Nine of Cups. And the Empress. Woof. 4 of Pentacles on the bottom. You have a lot of growth here. Your foundation is so sturdy, stable. Your foundation is sturdy, it is stable, and you are about to... I'm getting wealthy because in abundance, wealthy, Empress energy, easily, effortlessly. Justice. Well, Sophia can mean wisdom, or we can get wisdom from that. There's something here that's really going to, and I don't think it's something. Actually, I think it's like there are many things in different areas of your life that are going to start getting balanced out. Like the scales are balancing out. That's why these things, other things must go. Justice. To make room. You're about to have your period of life where you're really enjoying life. This is a person who's enjoying seeking pleasure from life. Okay? I don't see any cards here about worry. That's what's so kind of funny, is that we have this big things that are going down, things that are closing out, justice bringing in truth, and you birthing things to life that are very abundant. You could be stepping into a lot of wealth. And you are like cool as a cucumber here. Your energy is cool as a cucumber. Okay, let's get a little more. Tell me about what's going to get... Tell me about what's going to get balanced out with justice. What kind of truth? Could this be a contract or a new contract, a partnership? Maybe marriages are even sometimes related to justice. Partnerships, marriages, relationships, maybe maybe something judicial. It just depends. Justice again on the bottom. 8 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. Oh, my Leos. Yep. 8, 9, 10. That's your justice. Okay, so when they come out sideways, you're in a transition. You're at a transition point. That energy is in transition. This has not come to full being. It looks like you had to choose to live in the Empress energy and claim it for your own. Choose yourself first, like the 9 of Cups pretty much suggests that you're choosing your happiness above all, because when you're operating from that place, you know, you can I always get a feeling of the 9 of Cups like a Queen of Cup energy coming from it, you know, where we are really taking care of ourselves, we're loving ourselves. The goal is that, yes, you want to be able to have enough in your cup to give to others, but you have to choose yourself first in order to like keep that up, right? Then there's an energy here that's saying that you're going to be going on a journey, a transition. They're pointing out to me as soon as I said, like, you're going to be, like I saw this 8 of Cups, you're going to be walking on a different path, going on in a different direction. It's to your 9 of Cups, right? It is to your 9 of Cups, which, by the way, you're in perfect alignment to the 10. Okay? They're saying it's going to be similar to like a near-death experience where it's that big, it's that huge, where you're going down this, like, tunnel of light. There's a light. You're gravitating to the light. You're being pulled by that light, and that light might be the Ein Sof or light that they were talking about. It is a white light. It is a beacon, right? So this transition, it seems like it's leading you to something really big. Yeah. Recognition, fame, wishes granted, abundance. And that's the light that's pulling you, telling you, go in this direction. Oh, okay. Let's see what else. With the 8 of Cups, we've decided, we've already emotionally detached from certain things. People, places, whatever it is, we've already checked out. This is us deciding to finally walk in a direction that we feel is more individualized to us. I always think of the hermit journey when I see the 8 of Cups, because the person seems to be going solo on the card. Okay, and I mean, that doesn't have to be your exact situation of walking solo, but I think for a lot of you all it is. And also it's a cup, so it can be an emotional experience where we could be in the same environment, but we're embarking on a new emotional journey. If you had a spiritually transformative experience that's similar to this Ein Sof or light pulling you, that's pretty big. And I would say that that's going on a journey too, even if you're in the same place. Give me something more on this for Leo, creating their heaven on earth, 10 of Cups, creating their emotional fulfillment, happiness in life. Everybody's happy in the whole picture. I love this for you. This could be, I mean, they're showing me this lady with all of these fruits and vegetables. And I'm looking at this property and this land. So for some of you all, this is about, I want property. I want to grow my own vegetables. I want to grow things. I want to have lots of animals to take care of too. And that stuff takes some funding, right? You have to have the funding to be able to do that. And so I see that as being like a very complete, pleasurable experience. Somebody's going on a journey in those regards, connecting more with nature, and it's abundant for everyone. Okay, what else? The white cat, that's hilarious. There's a white cat sitting on the top of my chair right now. Like, that's so funny. Did you hear her? What? Did you say something? Anyway, so that's so funny. This is your ally, your friend, the one that you can trust. And so animals are very significant and important here to somebody. I love animals. I love animals, any kind of animal. It would be a joy to be able to run a rescue and actually be able to do that financially, to be able to do that and whatever else, that you love to do. So occupation, everything that has to do with your occupation. You're turning this energy into something that you actually love doing. And if you don't have a cat, it's okay. The cat card can be about just a metaphor for all of the people that really want to see you succeed. The friend or ally. It could be an ally. You could have an ally of a very important person, somebody in a really important position. But they're telling me, look, it is number 22 on this card, and you started off with number 22. I think this is you here, Leo. So possibly that you're attracting in more connections of very powerful, influential people as you are stepping into that type of a position too. And it's new earth influence. It's new earth celebrities. It's new earth money. It's used in different ways. Love is spread. And the influence is genuine. Okay, so, and that's what I would like to see. So that's what I talk about. So that's what I talk about, and that's what I'm feeling. Nice. They literally told me, what would you do with your millions? They're wanting you to think about what you would do with a very large amount, if you had a very large amount of money or funding for a project or an occupation. That what if you could create it from the ground up? What would it be? Or if you didn't want to work, you want to do more of like philanthropy, what would that look like? They're wanting you to really consider this and make it more part of your creative visualization. Because it's energy, because money is energy, and it's very important the way that it needs to be spent. Oh, nice. Kind of like these together. I have the birds and I have the get together card. This means people are talking. People are talking. Things might get a little frenzied. You may have lots of people wanting to talk to you. Remember, there's poles. There's polarity here. So just be careful with the energy, not fearful, careful, and know that if you feel like, like you think that others might be talking about you, that they probably are here, because that's what I see. I feel like it's in a good way though. Because there's something here about good reputation and yeah. And it feels new. This all feels new. So you've put in a lot of work. You've put in a lot of effort. That's being noticed. No more snakes. You could have also wrapped up a big cycle of healing. I had a person that put a comment. It was a lovely comment about literally going to the hospital and then with a pretty serious thing or issue, it sounded like, and then the very next day, you know, with her consciousness, with combined medical help, she was able to just completely get right back to normal very quick, very easily. That's the new energy also that's helping people get over things quicker, heal themselves. So I'm really happy to hear that happened. But so I could see this as also being a healing season, or it's time for it's like time to wear your second skin. Time to wear your second skin. And the sun is out. And the privileged lady, which is very similar. Even the same hairstyle on these cards. I didn't even notice that. I don't have enough hair to do that. That would be nice, though. The rich girl archetype is very similar to this Empress energy. And so we have the sun, and then I have the house card on the bottom. The sun is your energy. Remember, we're talking about solar flares also. So there's energy, frequencies, downloads coming. Happy new experience. This is saying, hey, the sun or the light, it's in the direction you're being called to with this Eight of Cups. It's in that direct. Keep trusting yourself. You know, it's a Piscean energy, so it's going to be all about like trusting that intuition that's leading you in a certain direction, trusting what your emotions are telling you. They are telling you the truth. Oh. So I have a timing card of within 3 to 6 months. Possibly for when something... I said the one card here that was sideways, my card that's in transition, is your 10 of Cups. So that this 3 to 6 months could be that time range where after that point in time, you're going to be in your happiest days ever. Chocolate, satisfaction, perfection, love, romance, treating yourself, sweet, rich, smooth, splurge, aphrodisiac, the good stuff, fine dining, do things right, celebration, and elevated mood. That's what's going to happen. You will be in an elevated mood. Kind of like, yeah. By the way, you don't have to be female to relate to the feminine energies of the rich girl and the Empress energy. Some of you all could be moving somewhere, purchasing a house, building a house. Truly, there's maybe something in the environment of where you're at that you would feel better in a new location, because they have murky thoughts underneath the house. So I feel like they're related. And then right when I did that, I noticed this ending card here, which is similar to the Death card, but it has to do with this, with some sort of housing situation for some of you all. I am the eye in the sky. Something is going to be less of a headache. I'm not sure what the big mess was or the problem. Perhaps it's this environment situation. Maybe. But this is where, when the ego says it's too complicated with the yarn, It's too complicated. I can't figure this out. I'm never going to get what I want. Those types of affirmations that you don't want to say to yourself. That's this getting resolved. Getting resolved. What else? Yeah, see, because all of these, like, somewhat could be not so great energies. They're coming out in the reverse because they're being overcome. You're overcoming. The Black Widow, wow. I don't know, but look, doesn't it seem like something, it says web of control, toxic relationship or situation. It looks like somebody tried to get you. I mean, not trying to play into victim mentality, but it's almost like somebody wanted you to be dealing with this big ball of a mess, or get trapped somewhere for a while, or feel like you were. Okay, so you're overcoming that too. Those are big energies to overcome. Those are big energies. What else about that? What else about that? Getting more knowledge. There's something here. There's something more to be figured out. Oh my goodness. I feel like I could go on with this reading because I could clear the table. Because there's more. There's something else. There's something else for you to know, some sort of wisdom, some sort of secret that you're meant to find out, figure out. Something that was hidden. Could have to do with a court situation, or even, I don't know, like, there's something here that somebody could have tried to get you in a legal mess. You know what I mean? Or exploit you when you're at your most vulnerable. All right, so I have to keep on going. So I have to keep on going because I want to find out what kind of information they're wanting you to know. I don't want to just end it on that. It doesn't feel right. So that's the main part of the reading. If you don't want to know anymore, then you can click off on that point. But I want to see how much more I can get for you. How much more information can we get? So that book on the Four of Pentacles book. Okay, what is the what hidden information, or what else do they need to know about? Different deck. I think they're wanting me to get a different deck. Sorry. One moment. Venus, the void in the reverse. Strange. And Pluto. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's the first thing that's coming to mind is about it might be the energy that you're embodying right now, that you're in alignment for, like, receiving a lot of really good things. Most people would say, oh, that's going to be like you living in pleasure, the luxury, feeling good in your skin. It can also be like love, and so it's weird as like something is hidden or was hidden. It's either about something that someone else or a lot of people possibly know that you are destined to receive. And it can also be like that you have somebody that's hiding their love for you. Not really sure why that would happen, but it's tied to you going through a major transformation. You know how in life when we're not quite ready for the biggest chapter, and okay, we'll tell ourselves we are and we want it really bad, but we still have more growing or more, there's some sort of transformation that feels like it's still underway. And so something was kept hidden. This energy is like coming out of the dark. They're coming out of the shadows. If it's a person, they're coming out of the shadows to tell you about this love. If it's about money, luxury, pleasure, then also there's something here about the reveal of that. Both are tied to a transformation that you had to go through or you were undergoing. And it was major. I mean, it's Pluto, it's underworld energy. It was major. And so that's why something was hidden. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. So if you feel like you're going, because I mean, you did have the Tower card and the Death card. If you feel like you're going through this major transformation time, or that it might be even wrapping up, you know, snake in the reverse, something maybe wrapping up or coming near the end of something, then you're about to be really pleasantly surprised of what's waiting. Kind of like the gold at the end of the rainbow. Whoa, 10 of Swords. Knight of Wands. There's going to be a major ending because you're going to decide to have a major ending. Look what's coming though. The Knight of Wands is what's coming. Seems like this is a person, or it's your energy of simply wanting to move on, like ready now that there's been the worst is behind you, now that you're not experiencing the darkness that you've had to go through, the suffering that you've had to go through. It's being put behind you. It's completion. It's the ending of that. 10-10. And now it's time for a new journey. So if it's a person, then this person is going to come towards you, or you will feel their energy coming in. They will talk to you. They will want to do something pretty quick because of seeing this energy wrapping up. And you will make a decision. Do I need to bring the Tower down? Of something that has been established but is not really standing very steady. Because it took, this is like a Two of Swords, postponement, postponing an ending. No more. Do I get that? Yeah, postponing an ending, no more. So why was this hidden? Something was hidden from you about when you decided to do this, what is going to come in. And it's pretty amazing. Spirit has a plan. It's about you being the Empress again. Judgment. Look, this love, this fame, this money, this whatever it is that Venus entails for you, it's going to be coming in announced. Everyone will know that you're receiving this, that you're going to receive this, and that you're going to seem pretty lucky, but I promise you, you have been through it. It will be announced. All right, so that's what I have. I'm sure I could go on further with this reading. It's a good reading.